Whoosh! Hello! Welcome to episode 2 of
the sequel.
Under the Blanket.
It's a good job we rehearsed, because we nailed that.
Yeah. And it's just 2 guys in a bed. Don't worry.
It's fine. Just get on with your life. It's fine what's happening.
This week, we're going to talk, and that's why I said week, we're not doing this weekly. We're talking about Dishonored, the computer game for children. And
stabbing people in the neck. It can't be for children.
There's my pen.
You didn't even do the big intro for the list. People look forward to that part of the show.
This is the list. In order to make sure we follow the list properly, I've got a pen this time, and I'm going to tick things off as we go.
Yeah.
So, Dishonored is like a first-person shooter, but it's about a man who's been framed for
Can we call it a first-person stabber?
Yes.
Okay. It's less. There's not much.
But that
shooting.
still abbreviates to FPS, which might.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
that makes it confusing.
No, it doesn't. It makes it better because it'll be a subcategory of first-person.
It's about a man who's been framed for killing like a princess or a queen or something, which is, and like everyone's trying to arrest him, which is strange because we murdered the queen last week and we got given £500 for it.
Yeah, and I fucked a swan and ate it in front of her, which is fine.
Yeah. So the thing that's cool about Dishonored is that all the missions in it have got this like really open-ended approach, and that you can do them in any way you want, and this is facilitated somewhat by the use of all these funny powers you get because you're wearing a magic mask. One of the powers you get is that you can possess things.
But in the trailer it shows like someone jumping out the window and saving themselves by possessing something else.
Thus breaking the fall.
Yeah.
It's like they've left in all these things in the game that like could potentially be game breaking, but that's just your reward for having used the system cleverly.
Like what can you possess though?
Anything, like even down to like little animals like rats and fish and stuff. In one of the gameplay videos they demonstrate that you can possess a fish and just swim in through like the sewers.
When you possess the fish, can you find out through your fishy sidekick that there's an actual your sunfish has gone missing and you have to go on a whirlwind adventure to try and find your sunfish, and then at the end you figure out that your sunfish is actually fine and you just need to let him go and he's a grown up.
You want an entire subplot that's based on Finding Nemo.
Yeah. Preferably cute tropical fish as well. I don't want to be, there's no way I could relate to a trout or like an ugly salmon.
So one of the things I already like about Dishonored, even though it's not out and we've not played it yet, is that, so they're making all these claims about how the missions are sort of really freeform and you can tackle it however you want, but they're actually putting out gameplay videos that demonstrate that and showing like the same bits but done in different ways. And it reminds me of when we started seeing footage of Prey 2, which admittedly looked a lot better than Prey 1, but has now sadly been shit-canned. They were sort of saying all this stuff about how you could approach each situation in one of like 5 different ways. But then in every trailer and every gameplay demonstration they showed off, they would do the exact same thing, which leads to a certain lack of faith. And sort of implies that actually they haven't even begun to figure out all the other ways that you can do missions or whatever.
Could I possess a rat and then become the king of rats, and then I'll live for like 20 years getting all these rat minions to sort of like worship me, and then 20 years later I will form like a big rat tower that looks like a human, and then we'll go into the building and stab the Mark now that he's an old man. And then I'll unpossess the rat and be like, ha!
There are several flaws in that plan. One, I don't think the game's going to allow you to do that anyway. Even if the game did, rats don't generally live for 20 years.
Right. Okay. What if I was like a big rat? Or a baby rat?
No.
How long do rats live? What if I was a rat who rolled in sewage, so for some reason I've got an extended lifespan?
That's not how anything works.
Plus I'm a rat who's possessed by the human spirit. So surely that will give me some life-enhancing qualities. Carry on, sorry.
That's pretty much everything we've got to say about Dishonored.
Could I possess a prostitute and turn her life around and then take her to university and get her a good job and then unpossess her and be like, ha!
Well, the thing with prostitutes is that they rarely choose the situation they're in, and they're often a product of
society
that's around them. So I don't think putting your mind inside a prostitute would necessarily make her not a prostitute anymore.
Okay.
Because you would soon find yourself in the same rut that she found herself in that led her
Yeah,
to
but
the
I would know
lifestyle.
things being the hero of a game. I'd be like, there's some secret coins behind here that you don't know about that spawn every 5
I
minutes.
guess, and she'd get all your superpowers that you have.
Exactly. And I'd just sort of, if someone's cleverer than her in her class who's going to show her up, I'd just stab them in the neck and then hide the body.
Okay. So that's everything we've got to say about Dishonored.
Tick.
We'd like to dedicate this episode to one of the PR guys working on the game who sadly passed away.
He passed away
recently.
of horrific sexual, and we can't even really talk about them, but just know that they're grotesque and sexual, the way he died.
Yep.
We love you. We miss you.
Goodbye, Brian
Brian Dickinson. Ian Dickinson.
Brian Dickinson.
Okay, Brian. Ian Dick. Bye.
What's
Whoosh. Got whoosh.
Oh, yeah.
3, 2, 1. Whoosh!